Okay, let's see, where should I start? Wow, I probably say I entered foster care roughly 2 or 3 years old. So I've been there forever.
When I came into care at 12 years old, I was really, really scared.
Anthony, I don't think you should be living here with your mom, you know. She explained everything to me well, and I understood, and I told her, you know, I understand you on that.
She started to deny me as her child, and she stopped taking care of me.
My foster mother, well, my real mother, basically abandoned me, let's say. We could put it that way for now, for $100.
They sent me to the nurse office, and they called the ambulance, and they called ACS.
Well, I was removed from home at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I stayed at a precinct until the following afternoon. Then I was placed at the children's center.
And they told me that I wouldn't go back to my mother.
My grandmother was having some issues, more emotional issues, and it began to cause her to physically and emotionally abuse me.
Every time I think back, every time I talk about it, it hurts me. Just to think about, I know other kids been through worse, but my experience with it hurts me.
Family is the biggest thing. Like, once that's fractured, everything else gets fractured.
In foster care, wherever you moved, it's not a permanent situation. It's always temporary. It's always just for the moment, and at any moment, you could pack up and move.
I can roughly recall about 16 different foster homes.
They didn't really work out. I was stressed out. You know, I was fearing that whatever happened to me will happen again.
And then just change and transition, and they wanted to change my schools.
Foster care is really hard for a lot of people to deal with. I mean, most people get traumatized from the situations that they come from in their homes and get traumatized from moving from placement to placement. I never really even knew about New Yorkers for Children until 2008. And I was walking into my agency, and I seen a post up on the wall. And it said, Network for Success.
And when Harry introduced me to New Yorkers for Children, it was like another family to me, you know?
We have this really great program, and I'm working with this lady from a program called New Yorkers for Children. Her name is Naomi Wiesel, and your leader is on us, so I think I'm gonna refer you into this.
They help us in school. They help us through school. They give us the necessities that we need.
They told me everything that I needed to know, and then I was like, yo, you know, this, like, I'm liking it. Like, you know, I could see myself doing all of this, you know, in college, knowing how to deal with financial aid, knowing how to deal with money, knowing how to deal with the courses, the classes, the schedule.
It's great just to know that someone is helping me that could have been through it, that's going through it, or just knows about it, you know, so that's just motivation, you know.
Someone told me about the Guardian Scholars Program that New Yorkers for Children hosts, and they thought that I would be a great fit for it.
Because I knew right away when I was in high school, my freshman year, I wanted to go to college. You know, I want to become someone in life. I want to do something.
I just wrote. I was like, well, I have nothing to lose, so I just wrote about myself and said, this is me, here you go.
I used to work full time to have to support myself, but now that I have the Guardian Scholars opportunity, I can work part-time and take internships.
Anything you need in college, they pretty much give you. Tutoring services, they provide. I actually go to tutoring frequently. They give you a stipend every month to take care of your other expenses.
So that's when housing became important. That's when bills became important, you know, and that's when having a scholarship becomes important.
The Guardian Scholarship is like a safety net that every level you rise, they rise. So even if you fall, you can't fall so far down because they're right there with you.
The back-to-school package is fantastic. You can't go to college without a computer. That's just not an option anymore.
Like 4 boxes came for me that day. I think because I was just starting. A printer, laptop, bedding, Barnes & Noble gift card, Target gift card, book bag.
The aging out group of foster youth, we're the most forgotten about group, because they feel when you get to 17 and 18 years old that you're supposed to be independent and you're supposed to be able to do things on your own, and that's not necessarily the case.
I'm gonna go to Hunter College. I was thinking of psychology for a very long time, but now that I'm a youth advocate, I think I am interested in advocacy.
I just finished my first year of college with a 3.3 GPA. You know, look at me in life now. I'm a whole completely different person.
I'm going into my 4th year at Hunter. I'm excited because comes graduation very soon.
I want to be a worker. I want to help people, and the only way I can see myself getting to that level is if I finish college and maybe get a master's eventually.
My energy and my hope and my success and my education, those things are not going to get taken from me regardless of anything that happens.
They can't take that away from me. I have the control of saying everything that has happened, negative, can end right here.
New Yorkers for Children, they show me a lot of inspiring things that I've never seen in my life before, you know, I never knew in my life.
When I have kids, I'm gonna make sure I'm there for them, no matter what happens. They fall, scrape their knee, the second their hand reaches the floor to stand up, I'm gonna be right there helping them up. That's the kind of parent I want to be.
That's one of the best feelings in the world, to be able to motivate somebody and to be able to encourage somebody, or to see somebody really do something because of you, do something positive because of you. That's a great feeling. That's one of the best feelings in the world.
What a stranger would do, it's willing to give up their time of their life for children like me, children in foster care that have been through abuse, and make them feel like, you know, you do have a family. Yes, it's not your mom, but you do have a family with you, and it's us, New Yorkers for Children.